Very good morning, cadets. Hope you have gone through the previous video. We are in chapter number 1 of social and political life or civics. In the last class, we studied about the equality, right to equality, and we studied about very important topic, that is universal adult franchise system. We have gone through this storyboard and how a person plays a different role. In the morning, a house, a maid servant, a student, or a teacher and trader, they definitely have to wait for their turn. So there is absolute equality. But in other places like hospital, in workplace, domestic work and all, definitely that is purely depends on their economic power. And we also gone through, even though we speak that equality exists in every spheres of life, but definitely we come across different instances where still people prefer their caste, religion, creed, race, everything. So definitely we cannot expect or we cannot look for equality in every sphere of life. Let us move to the story of Om Prakash Valmiki. Om Prakash Valmiki, a famous Dalit writer, in his autobiography Jyotan, he writes. So autobiography, what is autobiography? Autobiography is nothing but a person write about his own life story, that is called autobiography. So he writes his experience because Om Prakash Valmiki born in a Dalit family. So he explains that how difficult it is to lead a life of a Dalit or a lower caste in Indian society. Because in Indian society, if a person belongs to a lower caste or a Dalit, he has to face a lot of insults because the society is not treating him equal with others. So let us go through this story. Om Prakash Valmiki says that I had to sit away from others in the class, and that too on the floor. The mat ran out before reaching the spot I sat on. Sometimes I would have to sit way behind everybody right near the door. Sometimes they would beat me without any reason. When he was in class 4th, the headmaster asked Om Prakash to sweep the school and the playground. He writes, the playground was very larger than my small physique could handle. And in cleaning it, my back began to ache, face covered with the dust gone inside my mouth. Other children in my class were studying and I was sweeping. Headmaster was sitting in his room and watching me. I was not even allowed to drink water. I swept whole day. From the doors and windows of the school rooms, the eyes of the teachers and boys saw this spectacle. Om Prakash was made to sweep the school and playground for next couple of days, and this is only came to an end when his father, who happened to be passing by, saw his son sweeping. He confronted, means opposed, the teachers, and then walking away from the school holding Om Prakash's hand, he said loudly for all of them to hear, you are a teacher, so I am leaving now. But remember this much master, he will study right here in this school, and not just him, but there will be more coming after him. Now you see here, this is not an unusual story. The Dalits or the lower caste people, they are treated very badly in Indian society even today. So Om Prakash Valmiki story, you see, He was not allowed to sit on the bench. He was asked to sit on the floor, somewhere in the corner of the class, not allowed to drink water from the common tap. Without reason, the teachers harassed him because he belongs to the lower caste. He suffered a lot. Now imagine a small boy, a small kid suffering for no mistake of his, because he is born in a lower caste, that is not his choice, because our birth is an accident. We accidentally born because it is not our choice. So treating someone very badly, below human dignity, just because he is born in a lower caste, definitely against the dignity of individual. So this is the story of Om Prakash Valmiki. Now a question for you: why do you think Om Prakash Valmiki was being treated unequal by his teacher and his classmates? Imagine yourself as Om Prakash Valmiki and write 4 lines about how you would feel if you were in the same situation as him. Imagine, of course, we pray nobody should face this situation, but imagine, just imagine that I am, or you are Om Prakash Valmiki, and you are treated very badly, and by your classmates or by the teachers, then how you feel. So that's very important, because when you feel for others, definitely you will not harass or exploit someone. When you feel the pain of others, definitely you will not exploit, harass someone. That's very, very important. What is the second story? So Om Prakash Valmiki story we studied. Now let us go through the second story. This second story is about a person who is searching for a house for rented house. The second story is based on an incident that took place in India, is one of the India's largest cities, and is common practice in most part of the country. You may have come across few name boards or few advertisements that house available on for rent, but only vegetarians, So it is very clearly says that those who cook non-veg, we are not going to allow you to stay in this house. It is a story of Mr. and Mrs. Ansari, who are looking to rent an apartment in the city. They had the money, so paying the rent was not a problem. They went to property dealer for a help to find a place. The dealer informed that he knew about quite few apartments and that were available for rent. They visited the first apartment, and the Ansari liked it very much and decided to take it. However, then the landlady, means the owner of that apartment, found out their names. What is the name? Mr. and Mrs. Ansari. So Ansari is a Muslim, Mohammedans, their Muslim name. However, when the landlady, means owner of that flat, found out their names, she made an excuse about how she could not rent the house to someone who ate meat, because the building did not have any non-vegetarian residents. Now this owner of that apartment, she says that we are not giving you this apartment on rent because here no one is non-vegetarian, means everyone is vegetarian, so we don't want to give this apartment to someone who cooks and eats the non-vegetarian food. Both Ansaris and the property dealer were surprised to hear this, because they could smell fish being cooked in the neighbor's house. The same excuse was repeated in the second and third apartments. Finally, property dealer told them they might want to change their names and call them as Mr. and Mrs. Kumar. Now here what is important you have to understand. After visiting 3-4 apartments, the broker or the property dealer, he told that when you say Mr. and Mrs. Ansari, the name itself is a problem, because your name sounds that you are Mohammedans or a Muslim. So naturally they will not provide apartment for those who cook non-vegetarian. So property dealer suggests that change your name, that Mr. and Mrs. Kumar. But do you feel Ansari will agree for this? The Ansari was reluctant, because that's correct. He said no. He was reluctant, and to do this and decided to look some more. At the end, he took whole month for looking at apartment before they found a landlady who was willing to give them a place on a rent. So the first story which we studied about Om Prakash Valmiki, how a poor Dalit boy was treated very badly in a very young age, insulted very badly, below the human dignity. The second story is about treating someone badly because of his religious or his lifestyle. That is also very, very bad. So when we speak about equality, we definitely come across there are enough places where equality is not implemented. Why do you think Ansaris were being treated unequal? What would you do if you were Ansari's position, and could you find a place to live because some people did not want to live next to you because of your religion you practice? Put yourself in the shoes of Ansari and what you will do. And question is, will you allow, if you are Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Jain, Buddhist, Parsi, will you allow someone to stay next to your house belongs to other religion? If you say yes, that is clear example that you don't have any problem with the religion. Most of the cities, definitely this issue is not there, but still in a rural India, the caste system plays a dominant role. Hope you understood two stories. Okay, let us move to the next topic, that is dignity. Now, in the case of Om Prakash Valmiki and Ansari, what happened? What happened is their dignity as a human being is not respected. That's very important. If you have understood by now that caste we are born into and the religion we practice, the class background we come from, whether we are male or female, these are often the things that determine why some people are treated unequal. So why Om Prakash was treated unequal? Because he belongs to a lower caste. Why Ansari was treated differently? Because he belongs to a particular religion. So your treatment is not because of your personal achievement. Your treatment is purely based on the caste or religion which you belong. Om Prakash Valmiki and Ansari are being treated unequal on the basis of difference of caste and religion. When a person are treated unequal, the dignity is violated. So what is violated here? It's the dignity of an individual. The dignity of both Om Prakash Valmiki and Ansari is violated because of the way in which they were treated. By picking on him and making him sweep the school because of his caste, Om Prakash Valmiki's schoolmates and teachers hurt his dignity badly and made him to feel as if he was less than equal to all other students in the school. Being a child, Om Prakash Valmiki could do very little about that because he is a child. It was his father who, seen his son sweeping, felt angry by this unequal treatment and confronted, means opposed the teachers, the Ansari's dignity was also hurt when person refused to lease their apartments to them. However, when the property dealer suggested that they change their name, it was their dignity or self-respect that made them to refuse the suggestion. So what is violated here? In the case of Om Prakash Valmiki and Ansari, it is nothing but individual dignity of an individual. Means it is always said that we should treat everyone with the dignity and respect. It is also told that we should not do a work which is belittling our self-respect. That's very, very important. Om Prakash and Ansari do not deserve to be treated like this. They deserve same respect and dignity as everyone else. So what we have to understand here, Om Prakash Valmiki and Ansari, it is wrong that people are treating like that. It's wrong because they are the citizens of independent India. They should be treated equal. So this is two clear-cut story examples of unequal treatment which is practiced in Indian society. Definitely, cadets, you may come across several this kind of incidents in your village areas or in a place where you live. We are all lucky. You're all lucky that you're all there in Sainik school where caste, creed, religion don't have any role to play. You are called as cadets of Adilshai, Vijayanagara, Rashtrakuta house. You are identified here with your house, with your class, not with your caste and religion. So you are very lucky that you are leading or living in a happy and free environment where caste and religion bond doesn't have any role to play. Take care, cadets. I'll meet you in the next class with leftover topics of the class. Thank you.